Trying to get it up as usual. Do you ever have such a good sleep that you just feel inebriated in the morning? I don't even know if that's the right word.
Like you
have such a good sleep that you just feel absolutely mangled in the morning.
I would say that's called oversleeping.
No, like you feel like... Okay, never mind. You start.
Question 1. What part of a hamburger would you be? What part of a hamburger are you going to be?
Maybe like the meat. Because I suppose we have the meat.
Literally, the TikTok we got this from is like, if a guy says that he's the meat, red flag, walk out of that date right then and there.
What do you mean? It means I'm not okay. I would say that she's probably interpreting that as like he's like everything because you're like self-centered because that's like the like the main part of it, right? That's not what I meant. I meant as a joke. Never mind.
I want to be the bread.
Physically, never mind.
I want to be the burger because it's warm and cozy and everybody likes it.
No.
I'm not. You're saying that no one likes me?
No, not everyone likes the bread. Have you ever seen savages that take the bread, they order a burger, and they take the bun off of the
those
burger?
People, I don't want to like
people
me.
Are fucking weird.
Yeah, those
If you have a medical thing, okay, sure. But even if you have a medical thing, like, why are you getting a burger if you can't eat bread? Like, get a steak because you're essentially eating a steak in ground beef form.
No, they're very different things. They taste different. They have different textures.
Yeah, but you're telling me if you were like gluten intolerant, you would get a burger. You would go to a restaurant and order a burger and take the bun off and eat it like that.
I like the ones with the lettuce.
What?
People sub buns for lettuce, so it's like
There's
a lettuce
already lettuce
burger.
on a hamburger. It's not a hamburger if it doesn't have lettuce on it.
Lots of people don't put lettuce on a burger, including me.
Well, they're wrong.
Because I don't really like lettuce that much.
But still, like you're eating essentially a shitty steak with a piece of lettuce on the top, maybe a tomato.
First off, a burger is not the same thing as steak at all.
Do you know that a burger was like? I'm pretty sure the origin of a burger was like that's what it was. As a steak. They called that a steak before it went on a bun. My butthole is itchy.
I would like a fact check on that, but like the textures are so different. The flavor is different.
They are, but it's still like a meat steak. Like it's essentially a slab of meat on a table.
You could say that about literally anything. You eat a slab of chicken, you eat a slab of turkey, like...
Yeah, but a steak is the type of meat. A slab of beef.
You can also get burgers that aren't, technically.
You could get a chicken burger. But still, why wouldn't... If you're getting a chicken burger without the bun, why don't you just get... It's a chicken breast. Just get a chicken breast.
No, because
with a salad on the side.
Well, it depends what you're talking about for chicken wise, but beef, like, it's ground. Like, the meat itself is different. It has a different texture. You're looking for a different thing.
It's still pretty much the same thing.
No, this is why
it's a little bit different, but it's still a slab of meat.
But everything you eat is a slab of meat.
No, it's not, because ribs are not a slab of meat.
That literally is a slab of meat. What do you mean?
No, it's a stick of meat. It's literally on a stick. But a burger, what I'm saying is you're getting a shitty version of a quote-unquote steak. Like, why wouldn't you, if you're just eating like a pile of meat, why wouldn't you get a steak that's like way better?
There's other things on a burger.
Okay, put a tomato and a piece of lettuce on top of your steak then. With some
No, it doesn't use that tastes
mustard.
Disgusting. Because they taste different.
Same thing.
No, they taste completely, there's different spices in them. And like a steak
put the
is
same
nice
spices
and
on the steak then.
No, that don't taste the same. This is the problem, is your family doesn't appreciate food the way we do.
The same thing.
No. I'm ready for the comments to come for you that they're not the same.
No, that's literally pretty much the same thing. Like
they're the
general
same
terms.
Type of protein, but they're not the same thing.
Relatively the same. With like...
It relatively means like one side way over here and the other side over here.
One's ground and one's not, and they're both meat. They're from the same animal. They're in a slab form.
But
they could have the same spices if you made them the same way. They could have lettuce and tomato on them. They could have bacon. They could have mayo, and they could have mustard. What's the difference?
But you're getting a burger versus a steak. So again, why does it matter if they get a burger then? Because what's the difference?
It's a valid point. Why didn't you just start with that? But like, why would you
because
pay
they are
for...
different.
Yeah,
why do you pay $10 for a burger and $30 for a steak?
Because the quality of the meat is better. I've said that.
It's
a different. I have that. I said one is
here.
ground and a steak is a better quality. A steak is a better slab of meat. I've said that.
So what if they want a burger?
So you'd rather pay for a shittier piece of meat.
Oh, I mean, fuck, I don't really like burgers, so no. But the person that you're talking about hypothetically could want a burger. And not a steak because they're different.
Yeah, but I feel like what makes the burger is like the main thing of a burger is the meat and the bun. That's like you need that to have a burger. Otherwise, you just have a slab of meat or you have bread.
What about you're gonna think the same thing though? Like Beyond Meat burgers, they're not meat.
The meal is still a burger because it's between two pieces of bread.
I don't think that I will argue you to agree with me, but I agree to disagree because I mean I like the bun. The bun is my favorite part, but I see why someone would want a burger that couldn't have a bun.
I would just, if I couldn't eat bread, I would eat something that's not a burger.
That's fair.
That's not even what I'm trying to say. That is what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say I would rather just eat a piece of meat that's a piece of meat that's a better piece of meat.
That's fair, if that's your own opinion. On to the next question.
I think, but honestly, I don't even know what else I would be because, like, no one likes pickles, really.
I love pickles.
Yeah, I know, and it's weird. Like, I'll eat one or two, but no one's,
The person I saw the TikTok said that she'd be the pickle because, like, either you love them or you hate them, and she feels like she's that kind of person. You either love her or you hate her.
Pickles are, sometimes people I feel like have too much time. Like, how do you come up with an analogy like that, too? How much do you think she had to sit there and think about?
Not very long.
Well,
I think that's the English kid versus the non-English kid.
I would have to think about this for weeks to get a reason to why I would pick something.
I know. I feel like I need to give you these. And
pickles just suck, in my opinion. Onions make your breath taste bad. So, like, do I put a bad taste? I like onions, but they make your breath stinky. Do I make your breath stinky?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be?
You kind of do. I feel like you would be the onion, actually, now that we're thinking of it. A little bit spicy, a little bit crispy. A little bit sour. A little bit sour.
Maybe I would be the onion. And lettuce is just like, I don't know, refreshing? Do I give you refreshing vibes?
I don't really like lettuce, so...
I like lettuce. Lettuce is underrated, I feel like.
Lettuce is like everyone's favorite vegetable. How is it underrated?
And then what else is on a burger?
You got some mayo, sauce. You got some cheese. I don't
really love sauces, really.
You got some ketchup and some mustard. I said ketchup really weird.
And ketchup's, honestly, I feel like an excuse to make up for something that has no flavor.
If you have... Okay.
No? What do you mean, no?
I don't really like ketchup, but I like it on my burgers. Because it's, like, tomatoey and tangy. I love tomatoes. I'm, like,
acidic.
But you're not very juicy.
What do you mean? Have you seen this dumpy?
Also, like a really good luxury burger, you could have like an egg on it.
I do love me an egg on a burger.
So why do you keep just?
Because it doesn't. My mic doesn't stand up. I let go of it and it just falls.
Well, I had it standing before you messed with it. How early do you like to get to the airport?
I don't know. I feel like the law is like an hour.
The law? They're gonna arrest you. The law is not an hour. First off, what the airport says is 2 hours for domestic and 3 hours for international.
Okay, wait a minute. That's a good point. If it's holy cock-a-doodle-doo. If it's domestic, I would say an hour. If it was like the other way, like an hour and a half, maybe an hour 45.
That is, I'm 3 hours international, 2 hours. Like I'm following what they tell me to do.
What?
That's what we did when we went to Thailand.
Yeah, and look how long we sat there for.
Yeah, but what if something had happened and you hadn't?
It's like 3 a.m. What, you think there's going to be a lineup?
Sometimes there is. What if everyone was on our flights? The airport runs at all times.
Yeah, but more flights are during the day.
Yeah, that's why it could be worse at nighttime, because if everyone is trying to get on the 2 flights, they're all coming at the exact same time.
Yeah, but they would have the same amount of staff working regardless.
Listen, I follow what they say. I ain't trying to miss my flight.
You're in like 10 minutes and then you're just sitting there for 2.5 hours.
Also, it depends on the airport, because yes, the Edmonton International Airport is 10 minutes walk through. But like other airports are not. Montreal took me a while to go through.
Some of them are big, but if it was an airport I didn't know, I would extend it. But our airport, like I know it. It's like you go in and you're in and out and you're done. I
actually now need Nick to book a flight by himself because I feel like he's missing it 100%.
No way. I'm the most organized person in this relationship. Tell me I'm different. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, but you're showing up an hour, so
tell me I'm wrong.
That doesn't have to do with organization. That has to do with your lateness.
I'm also the most punctual person here.
I don't agree with that.
That is a fact.
We're like 100%. Trying to leave the house because I said we're gonna leave at 4:15. I'm at the door at 4:15, and you're like, "Oh, hold on, I gotta put my stuff away," and it takes you fucking 5 to 10 minutes to get to the door because you didn't even start moving until 4:15.
No, but if it's something important, I'm there. Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it.
Nick's like, nothing you want to do is important.
I didn't mean for it to sound like that, but that's what it came out as.
But also being being organized has nothing to do if you're showing up. If you're planning to show up at the airport an hour before
you have to
and
organize
you get
the rest
stuck,
of your day
you're gonna
to
be
there.
late.
You have to be organized the rest of your day to show up on time.
You're not showing up on time.
Yes, I am. I'm always on time.
How do you not understand?
I'm always 5 to 10 minutes early. Always.
Listen to what I'm saying, because you're not understanding.
I guess not there, Dylan.
If you are saying that you are showing up at an hour before and they're telling you to show up 2 hours before, I'm saying you're going to miss your flight because you're not going to make it through because you didn't show up 2 hours like recommended. You're showing up at your on time for 1 hour, but I'm still saying you're going to miss your flight.
My flight's 7, I show up at 6. Am I late?
If you don't make it through, yes. Which is what I'm saying is going to happen. That's literally what I said this entire time.
If I'm an hour early, I'm still an hour early.
No,
when they say your job interview is at 7 p.m.
If your flight...
And they say, well, it's recommended to be here at 5 o'clock for your job interview. Are you showing up at 5 o'clock? Or are you showing up 10 minutes before your job interview?
I'm probably sitting in my car 15 minutes before.
That's what I mean, but not 2 hours.
Yeah, but they're telling you to be there at... Technically, the airport tells you to be there 2 hours before, so you're late. But also, what I'm saying is your flight is going to leave at 6, and you're going to be stuck in the airport line still, so then, yes, you're late because you're not on your flight.
I could potentially be late,
but that's what I said was I said, I want you to book a flight so that you won't make it. And then you were like, oh, I'm always on time. But you're not on time if you're...
Always.
You don't understand.
I do understand, but you're twisting the question to your benefit.
No, I'm not.
You're telling me that I'm automatically late, but I have not surpassed the time that makes me late.
I said you're gonna be late if you show up an hour and you don't make it through.
Well, those are the gamble of the cards. Is that how that saying goes?
Listen, that's why I plan our trips and we are there 3 hours early.
That's not
I literally booked our tickets to Asia.
That's not true.
And booked almost all the Airbnbs and planned what we were doing.
Also not true.
I'm the one who found the Dick Island.
That's not true. That was me. I found the Dick Cave.
You are...
Yes. No. There's a cave in Thailand full of wooden dicks, and I found it.
No, because me and Shayna said we want to go to Thailand because of it. So we found it. We literally said we are flying across the world because of this.
No, Brad and Dexter were already going on this trip. They already had it picked.
Yes, and we weren't gonna go, and then we found it, and we were like, we want to go to fucking Dick Island.
I don't think so.
Yes, I'm gonna fucking call Shayna, and she's gonna tell me that's what it is.
No, this is just blasphemy.
I booked all our flights.
Holy hell, I got big words today.
You know how I know I booked all our flights? Is because then we had the issue where I told us all that we were leaving at 2 p.m. when we were leaving at 2 a.m. So that's how I know I booked all of our flights. Because none of you had any clue. If you had to get rid of a body, how would you do it? Tell us your secrets.
I'd sink them in a very deep lake.
I feel like you need to set things on fire a little bit first. Like you need to bleach it or before you sink.
I don't like that I answered that so fast. I think I've been thinking about this.
We talked about this
a lot. Does that make you nervous?
Not really.
I
think I could outsmart you.
What? I don't think so. At all.
I think I could.
Never. Maybe in reading. In what scenario do you think you're outsmarting me in?
Can you not understand context? You said...
In murdering each other?
Yeah, you said...
It's like a battle royale, we're in Hunger Games.
You said,
1v1,
does that
I
make
would
you
beat
scared?
your ass.
And I said, no, I think I could outsmart
so
you.
You think you...
How did that context not work in your head?
You think that you would catch on to me trying to murder you? I don't think
I
that's how
you
works. I walk in, game over. I don't think you're outsmarting anything.
I'm not going to be in the fucking house. I'm going to be at the airport 3 hours early.
Just kidding. That's not how I would do it.
I didn't think of it.
That turned really
I'll be
bad.
poisoning your food since I'm the only one who cooks.
What the hell? I cook?
A little bit of rat. Okay, first off, last time on stream, you told people that you were gonna give them your sugar cookie recipe.
Okay,
when have
I read
you
it wrong.
ever baked in your life?
That's why I was confused. You guys said... I didn't see the comma. It was Destiny, comma, Cassidy, can you give me your sugar cookie? I thought it was Destiny, Cassidy, want your sugar cook recipe. So I thought it was two people asking for mine. I was very confused because I was like, I don't fucking cook.
Why did you say you would give it to them then?
I didn't. I said, I don't have one. Kim has one and I can get you that.
That's not what Chris told me.
Well, Chris
is playing the field.
Chris is playing both sides.
Wait.
Also, you don't bake. That's also what I said. I was also confused. I was like, Cassie doesn't bake. She hates baking.
Listen,
and the last time she made me cookies, the outsides were rock hard and the insides were still liquidy.
I bake once a year with Destiny. Mm-hmm. And also, I baked you fucking a million cupcakes. I baked you cupcakes for your birthday, and I baked everyone cupcakes and delivered them to their houses. I could bake a good cupcake.
You can.
What time are we at
Not
before I go
cookies.
into my next?
25.
We're no longer rapid firing because I have to tell you about Chris being the traitor. Okay.
Wait, we didn't even. We're just skipping over things here. You never even talked about your body disposal.
Yeah, I did.
What?
I agreed with you, but I said I would burn it first.
I think burning
or bleach it first, or do something to it.
Burning would be, but like then people are gonna see the smoke. People are gonna.
Okay.
And it's gonna stink, and you're gonna have like. Have you ever?
I've never burned a dead body.
It's gonna smell like gas. Like no,
but
like
also,
have you ever like burned
really...
your hair? Just think about what that smells like.
I've never burned my hair, but Sydney
what?
has. What have you burned your hair?
A lot?
On what?
I don't know. Like cooking, the stove.
You burned your hair No,
barbecuing. Barbecuing.
I mean, I don't barbecue.
You never like singe the hair on your arms?
No.
I guess you probably don't really have hair on your arms. Like
I have hair on my arms, but
not as
how
much
are you
as me.
singeing the hair on your arms?
You open the gas thing and it goes, and then it lights. It goes,
I just think you aren't very careful.
Or like you're playing with a lighter.
I'm not playing with lighters, that's for sure.
Or
I don't even
you're
like
building a fire,
in my
like
house.
a campfire, and you go to do something and it catches on a little bit and you're on fire.
I think you're just very uncareful because I need to know if other people are burning themselves a lot.
But also, if you burn somebody.
But I'm confused about why you're concerned about the smoke, as if we don't all have campfires all the time.
Yeah, but it's gonna smell like ass crack.
Yeah, but that's not what you said that later, but you just said people are gonna see the smoke, and I was like, yeah, they see the smoke every time I light a fire.
The only shitty thing with putting someone in water is it preserves everything. So you have
That's why you have to fuck with it first.
But if you send it down deep enough, no one can get down there to get them. You fill them with rocks and you send them.
Dead bodies do float.
Send them down with rocks. Swallow a bowling ball.
When the ropes eventually fray under the water and the body just comes up.
No, you gotta use chains.
Okay, solid.
So if I feed you a bowling ball.
I'm just gonna eat a bowling ball willingly. Okay, so we're doing a readathon.
So, my name's Cassidy. Covers with Cassidy.
In Lexi's Patreon right now. And it's based on like Among Us or like The Traders.
Yep, and Cassidy says, I hate Among Us. Why would I play Among Us? But then she does a readathon about Among Us.
As I hate being it. I could put I wasn't it.
That's lame, because what if everyone said no?
People didn't. I actually know for a fact that most people didn't.
That's lame.
Because there are people like you who want to be it.
The luck of the draw.
No, you want to be it the entire time, let's be honest.
No.
But like, why can't you understand that something can be fun for you but not fun for me?
Because I want you to have fun.
But it's not fun. So then if you want me to have fun, you wouldn't want me to play something that isn't fun. Okay, so we are reading pages to get like hints so then we can do guesses, and we're also reading pages for guesses of our books. Did that make any sense to you? No? Yes. And then the traders were reading against us, and we got like little hints, and we had to guess who the traders were.
Wait, there's more than one?
We've gotten 2 so far. We don't know if there's more.
Wait, you're not done?
No, it ends today.
Holy shit.
So
Holy
it was
shit,
15 days. We guessed Chris on day 11, but he had us bamboozled.
Holy shit.
But like, no, literally, I outed him, and it was so good. And then he hated me for like a day because he was like, you outed me as a traitor. How did you know? And I told him it was because me and Nikki thought that he wasn't submitting his Stephen King pages because he was originally submitting so many pages. But then all of a sudden when he finished the one book, he slowed down a lot. And he just said, no, I'm just a slow reader.
Wait, why would that make him the traitor? I'm confused.
Because why wouldn't he be submitting his pages?
Is he not supposed to? I thought you said he gets points, like, to block you.
Yeah, so we didn't know. But he was telling us that he was only submitting like 20 pages a day. And we're like, we're pretty sure you're reading like 50 pages a day, so why aren't you submitting your other 50 pages? So we thought he wasn't submitting things, but apparently he just wasn't.
How do you know that he wasn't submitting them?
Because we're all
Only
putting.
He was telling you?
Yeah, what we're submitting.
Ah, Chris, you stinky doo-doo.
And then he outed his partner because he had defended her honor too much, so then I knew who his partner was.
Shit, get outplayed. Brother!
That was all. Should we go back to our rapid fire question?
Wait, do you have more about your book stuff?
About the traders?
Your competition? You're not talking about that.
Oh, we could talk about that. I just started drama because I gave a book 4.5 out of 10.
Holy shit! Oh, I thought you were going to say a 5.
No, out of 10. And I'm pretty sure it's the author's friend was in my YouTube comments just like really angry saying that, well, one, he was like, your math doesn't make sense. And then I was like, it's because my system's weighted. You can see what it is here. And then he was like, that's a bad look. Because I was like, my enjoyment is weighted double the amount of every other category. And he's like, that's a bad look for a Smith Bow judge. Aren't you supposed to be objective? And I replied to him, I was like, No, we're not supposed to be objective because reading
Wait,
is
doesn't
subjective.
objective... What's the difference between objective and subjective?
Subjective is like your feelings are a part of it. Objective is like no feelings there. Like
an objective is something you're trying to accomplish.
Words have multiple.
That's what I know objective of.
Meanings.
Wait, so objective means that you have no... Wait, why don't you just say like bias or non-bias? I feel like that's word is for that. Why do they do this?
Have multiple words that mean
yes,
multiple
like there's
things.
already a word that means something. Why would you make two meanings with different...
I don't know.
I'd like to talk to the creator of the English dictionary.
Because people like to make up more words. The same with slang. Like that's how lots of words are created.
But also, like...
Because they like to be different.
No matter... I like feeling the tentacle suction cup on the back of Cassidy's phone. I could suck it to the wall. And what was I talking about?
I don't actually know.
If you're reading though, like it's automatically going to be subjective.
Yes.
Like
reading is subjective. Agreed.
Like, your taste is no matter who you are. Like even when they say the judge is supposed to be not subjective in like a course case, there's no it's not even possible to not have subjective. And reading, like I feel like it's easier to be less subjective in like a court case compared to something you're looking for enjoyment of.
I agree.
So you're wrong.
The guy in the comments.
Yes.
Not me.
Yes.
Just had to clarify that one. Yeah, he apparently was losing it in my comments.
But also, I don't like the
I'm not doing it next year.
The double standard of people will beg you to review and do things. They look for the validation of all these YouTubers and stuff so that they can get promotions. But then when they get it, like you have to expect that you're going to get a bad review eventually from someone. Because not everyone is, no matter what you like, there's going to be someone out there that someone doesn't like. Whether it's like
Agreed.
Your opinion on apples or bananas or books or...
Agreed. And
someone's always not going to like it, but there's always going to be someone that will agree with your line. There's so many people in the world that someone will like your take. So if you're trying to get promotion by putting it on review channels, you're probably going to get a bad one eventually.
I agree.
And you just got to deal with it.
He seemed like a little annoyed that it was less than a 5. And I yes, like theoretically, my rating means that book cannot... It's not the author. I would like to point that out. It was not the author. It was some random person in my comments, and we did some snooping, and they look like they're friends on Goodreads to an author that wrote the book. So, but what was I saying? Fuck. I feel like you.
But also,
I'm pretty good at saying my own personal opinion too. Like I'm pretty much like I feel this. My thoughts are this. Like I'm not trying to say a book is bad, but I didn't like a book. I think that he was pissed off that I didn't give it a 5 because the 5 was the half rating, because then I kind of ruined his chances, like that book's chances of winning the competition. But also, would you rather me just lie? Because that's the opposite of what you're asking me to do.
That's the thing, like, I feel like people follow you for your opinion on books, so people aren't gonna, if they buy your book, you're still gonna have people that don't like you because if they agree with your taste, just not gonna like your book, not gonna buy any of your other books or any other stuff anyways. I guess you'll make a couple upfront sales because some people just will buy it because they don't know. But
also,
you're still getting publicity.
With reading,
some people, I guarantee you read it because you think it's bad.
Yes,
and they want to see
that's
if it's bad.
what I was about to say. Well, also, reading is so subjective. There are amount of times where someone has said, I didn't like this in a book, and I go, oh, I like that thing in a book. So they gave the book a 2-star because they didn't like these things, but I'm probably going to give it a 5-star because I do like those things. So, like, reading is so subjective.
Cheer for the people in the back. What? That was a good statement. I was agreeing with you.
Okay.
What? I'm not allowed to be...
It felt like you were mocking me.
No, I was giving you a praise.
So
praise me, Daddy.
Yeah, please do.
I was trying to, but you don't appreciate it, apparently. Next, Octobuddy. Cassidy's thing says Octobuddy on the back. That just sounds like something else could be going on there.
Wait, who do you think has the best holiday cups this year?
What?
You probably don't pay attention. They'd have different holiday cups every single year. And I think McDonald's is winning. I think Starbucks are the worst. I do like the Christmas Timbits, though. They're really cute. But McDonald's are Grinch-themed. There's, like, the Grinch in all the houses. Like, he's, like, one point the Grinch has his feet, like, hanging out of a chimney on one of the cups. I think we need to go do a holiday cup. What is it called when you go to multiple places?
I didn't even notice they had new cups, to be honest. Like, I just got it instead of drinking it.
They always have holiday cups, all of them.
If you like old-fashioned donuts, you belong in a prison. Tell me I'm wrong. Defend them.
I don't like them, but people can have their own opinion.
No, that one doesn't count. You're not allowed a subjective or objective opinion on that one.
You're putting a lot of people in prison. It's just going to be a party in there.
You have all the weird people.
Or the people.
Old-fashioned donuts. They're just like dried out, hard, no flavor, and...
Maybe you should dip them in ketchup.
That's a fair point. It would taste not like old-fashioned anymore. It probably tastes a lot better, I'm gonna be honest.
I think that this episode is so unhinged.
This was a very random.
I could ask another question, or we can end it here. Whatever
Sure,
you would like
go
to
one
do.
more.
Okay, I gotta find a good one. I don't know if we talked about this, but when you read, do you hear a voice in your head? Like, do you have an inner monologue?
I read this, and I think that's bullshit that people don't have one. That doesn't even make sense.
What do you mean? Nick cannot process someone else feeling differently or understanding something different than him.
Listen to me. I just don't. Things like this just don't make sense. A, how do they prove that? B,
well, how do they prove you have one? You could just be making it up. Like, what do you mean? It's someone is saying they don't.
Because okay, I'll prove that you have one. Do you want me to prove you?
You cannot prove it.
I will do. You want me to do a sequence? A thing. I will type something on my phone. I will ask a question on it, and then you say the answer out loud. That means that you read and comprehended the sentence, and you said the thing because you comprehended it and read it in your head.
Not what people like. I can hear it. Like, a voice says it to me. Not everyone has a voice in their head.
This is what I'm saying. I think everyone's just thinking of the same thing.
No.
Because it's not like how do you read in your head when she says, "Everyone, okay, do the test." Everyone's reading in their head or reading the book in their head. How are you comprehending that and reading it?
Your brain just comprehends it.
It's like a computer. It just goes. Zzz.
Yeah, like not everyone hears the words out loud. Like, I hear them. Like someone is talking in my head to me almost.
So you're saying dyslexic people are automatically have a voice in their head because
no.
Yes, because when you sound things out and it looks different, that's the voice.
No, that's how you're
replacing things.
Like, that's how you process it. Not everyone processes it the same way. Not every dyslexic person also processes it. So you can sound things out and not have the voice. You just apparently have the voice.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not a voice and it's just downloading. That's what I'm saying. I think it's just all fugazi.
No,
Holy
I just
hell,
think
I got good words today.
You can't process things.
But I think we're just all thinking of the same thing. Because how do you...
No,
like, you're not a computer. People? You don't just download it. I think we're all just thinking of the same thing.
Why can't someone just download it?
Because you're not a computer. Your brain has to go...
That's what a computer does. That's literally what a computer does.
Yeah, but you're reading it. If you just downloaded the information, you just have the answer every time.
No.
What do you mean, no?
You just don't. I mean, no.
Like, how do they prove this then? Tell me how they proved it.
When multiple people say it, I feel like eventually...
Oh my gosh, when I say something and someone says something and multiple people say it, you're like, no, I need a scientist, I need a fact check, I need this, I need a real doctor, I need a white paper and this and that and that. But when it's your thing, it's like, oh, well, just more people believe it, so it counts.
If you would let me explain what I'm saying.
I'm sliding.
Because I said earlier that you can't... I don't know if they can prove it either way, but they can't prove your way either. But if multiple people are having the same...
pretty good analogy.
Okay,
carry on.
If multiple people are having the same conversation about it, and across the world, people who have never talked to each other are saying the same differences, then I would take that as pretty reasonable educated guess that it's probably right. Also, I don't know if there's science behind it. I've never looked into it.
I just, like,
why is your one idea, like, you're sitting there like, I think they're lying and we mean the same thing. But everyone else who says something different.
What do you mean? No one's saying anything. I think, I'm not saying that there is a voice or isn't a voice, but I think we're all hearing the same or not hearing the same thing.
That's not really what you said at the start. You said, I think that everyone has a voice.
Well, I would sway that way, but whatever it is going on in there, rattling around, I think everyone has that thing.
I don't agree, but is there science around it? I don't know.
Just like where people say you can't, like, some people can see, like, things in their head. Like, I can, but I can't.
I can't.
But, like I can, like, think of one, but it's not like I don't see, like, a movie playing in my head.
But people do.
I think that's bullshit.
I don't know.
No, but seriously, it's black, and I can kind of... like,
your experience is clouding your thoughts about other people. Why can't other people experience things different than you?
Because I think we all got it in there, but it's just what someone's like. I don't know how to explain it. I like seeing an apple, but also nothing at the same time.
But you can meet in the middle. You don't have to be one or the other.
But I feel like
But also, I think it's really funny because we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. But then when we talk about, like, the color thing, you're like, everyone's seeing different colors and saying the same thing.
Well, I think
which I feel like is similar.
If you're gonna make this argument, I think people could see different colors as well too. Well, that's fact. They've proven that some people have extra receptors in their brain and they can see like different shades of colors. Fact. They brain scan.
That's
Fact.
not what I was saying.
What were you saying?
You used to tell me that what if, and you believed it. Like, I'm saying this is orange and I'm seeing orange, but you're saying this is orange, but you're actually seeing yellow. This is a thing you used to say.
It could be. It's
But,
the
like,
same. It's the same realm as all of this.
Yeah, that's why I think it's interesting because like we're on opposite sides.
I don't necessarily believe it, but I think it's a possibility. Just like all these, I believe that they could all be possible, but which one's right?
You don't talk like you believe in it. You're very like this or like that you could believe. You're like very much like I believe in it or I don't believe in it. There's never like,
No.
And then afterwards you're like, no, I'm just trying to say that it could exist, not that it does exist. But when you argue it, you're like, it does exist.
If I had to argue the color thing, I would say everyone sees the same ones.
But you don't have to argue it. You can say that like.
Well, in school they always made me pick a side when I was writing a paper.
Actually, you could pick a middle side. You just had to argue it. Why both were good? Because I did it all the time.
No, but those people I feel like were cop-outs.
I did it all the time, and I goes getting A's. Because it's actually the hardest one to argue properly.
No, because it's just like you got to be a fence sitter, and you got to be like, well, this is good.
It's actually the hardest one to do. Because you have to make reasonable
doubt.
No, but okay. Thanks for trying to finish my sandwiches.
Your sandwiches?
Y'all got the Frozen reference?
What?
I hope
I've never
so.
watched Frozen.
You never? That's my favorite Disney movie. You've never seen Frozen?
That's a cop-out answer, too, because that's not an OG Disney movie.
Yeah, so? They're still Disney movies.
Yeah, that's like saying Star Wars is my favorite Disney movie.
What do you... No.
Yeah. Star Wars is owned by Disney now.
Yeah, but
Tell me I'm wrong.
Frozen's
Say it in the
an
comments.
actual Disney movie like the ones we watched versus Star Wars is not. Star Wars is owned by Disney, but it's not a Disney movie.
Disney movies.
Yes. Okay, I'll give it to you. Because you're not going to pay attention to anything I said. But the comments know what I'm meaning. And Frozen's literally a Disney movie.
Fight.
Like, just because you didn't watch it in your childhood doesn't make it not a Disney movie.
In my childhood, it came out when I was like 20. Hey, Siri.
Did you not hear what I literally said? Why don't you listen? I said because you didn't watch it. So, of course you did.
No, but when did Frozen come out? That's what I'm trying to say.
I think I was 17, 18.
Yeah, so that's not your childhood.
I'm not saying it came out in your childhood, though. I'm saying you didn't watch it in your childhood.
How could have I watched it in my childhood if it didn't exist?
You couldn't.
I get it now, but that's what I'm saying. It's a cop-out answer from anyone. Okay, I'll rephrase this. It's a cop-out answer for anyone in our generation. How's that?
Why?
Because it's not an OG gangster.
Why do I have to like the... I hated the OGs. They're awful.
Toy Story.
I wouldn't really count.
Lady and the Tramp. Eating the spaghetti.
I was not
They're
counting
stealing the
Toy
Dalmatian.
Story as a Disney
Cruella
movie.
DeVille, is that her name? She's stealing the dogs to sell them on the black
I'm thinking,
market.
like, Little Mermaid.
Lilo and Stitch. They're making a live action.
Is Lilo and Stitch Disney?
Yes, it.
I don't think... Okay, first off, we have different ideas of what a Disney movie is, because I'm thinking, like, Little Mermaid, Cinderella.
Ass.
Yeah! Peter Pan. Actually, I don't
Peter
think
Pan was good, too. Watch a Jungle Book. Holy, that snake wanted me to eat me whole and spit me out. What else was a good Disney movie? Like, Beast Wars. People that know, you know.
I like Frozen because it's not
Wait, is Transformers
about...
Disney? No, I don't think it is. Never mind. It's not. I'm pretty
also,
sure it's
I would
Universal.
not count as a Disney movie just because something's owned by Disney.
Okay, my parameters are off, but now are
okay,
always
in
off.
the
But
comments,
that's
I
not
need to know what you think of when you hear someone say like a Disney movie.
I'm thinking like everything I just said, except for Transformers. That was
because like I'm thinking like Disney princesses, like the Disney fairy tales.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch.
Stitch is not a Disney princess fairy tale.
No, it's not, but it's a Disney movie. What else? Cars, Disney, classic. Cars was a good Disney movie.
Because like we're thinking very different things, and I would argue that Frozen is not my favorite Disney movie out of what you're arguing, but what I am, it's my favorite Disney movie.
What do you argue?
I said Disney princesses and fairy tales.
Yeah, but that's like a genre. I'm just saying, like OG Disney movies from like the 2000s.
Listen to what I'm saying. If we're talking about what you mean, I'm with you, and Frozen is not my favorite Disney movie. If we're talking about what I mean, Frozen is my favorite Disney movie.
What do you mean then?
I've repeated it so many times.
One more time for the people in the back.
Disney princesses and like fairy tales.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
I feel like I'm on a Twitch stream right now.
Yeah.
You know, like literally
that's a
yesterday.
Subgenre. That's like
yesterday you skipped over the fucking comment.
Oh, I was
times.
so confused about the cupcake thing. I was lost, but I was also playing games.
No, but like you would read the comment above and below it every single time, and not the comment where we told you.
I got 4 seconds while I'm dead to read like 2 comments, and then I keep going.
I'm like, but it was like we just kept repeating it again, and we all said it. So eventually I was like, I just need to call you.
I was confused. I thought maybe I was getting canceled and I said something crazy.
I went into Nick's stream and they were making fun of me, and I said I baked cupcakes, but I spelled cupcakes wrong. So then Matt, who was in the stream talking, said, "Is cupcakes a Canadian thing?" and spelt it the way I spelt it because I spelt cupcakes wrong. So I said yes. But then Nick was so confused because he didn't read the spelling error. He just skipped over it.
I thought it was spelled right. Wait, pause. Do you know that canceled? There's an American spelling and a Canadian spelling.
Does one have 2 L's and one has 1 L?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
There's a lot of those.
Didn't know that.
Color?
Knew that one, but I didn't know canceled.
There's a lot of them.
We were making fun of Nikki because she spelled it wrong, and then we got served.
I'm not surprised.
I was like, what the? Didn't know that was... Anyways.
Okay, so I spelled it wrong, and Nick didn't see. So then he was making fun of Matt, 'cause he's like, "What do you mean cupcakes are only a Canadian thing?" And they were like roasting Matt in the comments because cupcakes were made in America. But we're like, no, Matt was making fun of me, and Nick just kept skipping every comment.
I definitely thought he was saying that they were cupcakes were like strictly a Canadian food, and I was very confused.
No, he was just making fun of me, but he skipped over every message that we said that was like, Matt is just making fun of Cassidy. She spelt cupcakes wrong. Yeah, I think you need to practice your reading.
No, I'm just dyslexic. It's just hard.
But dyslexic people can be good readers.
I don't think so.
It takes more work. Why are you like this? Just because you can't do it doesn't mean other people can't.
Well, why is it a common theme that dyslexic people are not good at reading?
Because it's harder to read, but that doesn't stop it. There's a person in my Patreon who reads more than I do.
You know what else is hard?
Not you.
No, but...
Picking Disney movies, apparently.
It's hard. It hurts my brain. And I can read still.
You know what you would tell me if I told you
and
something
then people
was
just
hard?
make fun of me.
We're making fun of you more because you can't read.
Well, that's what I mean. So if I just don't... You know what I hated? We're just going today. I hated the game... I broke something.
No, you didn't. It's fine.
I hated the games. You know where they get the cards and you like everyone puts their thing in. Like it like asks a question. Everyone has to put like their funny answer response to the card.
Like Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But there's like other ones. I hated playing those because I had to read. Like I would get social anxiety when it was my turn to read all the things. I was like, okay, I would make sure that if the circle's going this way, you would start reading. By the time it comes around to me, we're done playing because then I didn't have to read.
I also hated those games, but not because of the reading.
I mean, they weren't great games to game with, but that was a lot of reading for me. And then people would make fun of me that I can't read. And
they're funny depending when you play them or who you play them with. I remember the first time we played Cards Against Humanity was with my family. Watching my grandma, like, us laugh and be like, the answer with the big black cock is the winner. And my grandma was like, that's me! We're all like dying because like my fucking 70-year-old grandma just told us that she likes big black cock.
At my last job, they made us...
No, could you imagine sitting at the dining room table when that happened? You better. Okay. Should we end this? On that lovely note about my grandmother.
The more you know, Cassidy's grandma loves big, black, meaty men.
According to Cards Against Humanity.
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.